Hey friends, it's Megan Elizabeth from AboveRubyStudio.com, and I wanted to do a little business tip training tutorial video for you guys tonight because I actually just got off a live strategy call with everybody over at the Life Above Rubies group, which if you would like to join is www.aboverubiespurpose.com. And every month, the second Thursday of every month, I do a live strategy call about business, life, and balance. And one of the things that I was talking about was rapid planning methods and how to plan your massive action based on your results and the purpose that you are after. And one of the main things that I use is actually my Passion Planner. And I've done other videos and I've talked about Passion Planner before. I love the Passion Planner. You can check it out at passionplanner.com. And actually, if you want a coupon code, great. I actually have one. It's Megan10, MEGAN10. If you want to check it out. If not, no worries. But I also use Trello, and I've been using this quite a bit more in team and collaborative environments, and I wanted to kind of show you essentially how to use it and what it is. And I was actually going to just show you, here is the actual link if you want to join. It's Trello.com, Above Ruby Studio /recommend, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do in Trello. So I want to show you just a little bit about it. As you can see here, I have several different boards going on for different things. So I have a business life balance board, I have a program that I'm involved in, I have my ambassador programs, I have a collaborative one, I had one that I helped setting other people up with, and you can do a bunch of different boards. So let's just, for sake of example, I'm going to just do the She Works Club Life Above Rubies. Okay, so we'll just call it that. And we can, this is a private board, but we can change it to be a team board or a public board, whatever you would want it to be depending on who you're inviting into it. You have a lot of different options for creating what they call cards and to-do lists, action plans, and this is really great for doing a collaboration of a lot of different things. So I can invite different people into my board to be a part of this. So like, let's just say I want to invite Katina. I can just click on her and it adds her into the board like right away. You can just enter their email address. You can change the background of the board. So this is just like the fun little settings stuff. You can upload custom photos or a photo that they already like have. So here's just a photo that you can upload, and it just makes it pretty and custom and enjoyable to be able to use. I like color as much as anybody I think does. So there's my background. There are stickers to use. There are labels that you can actually set and use. So for example, I can set the colors of my labels to be ta-da tasks. So I call them ta-das instead of to-dos. So we can save that. Yellow could be social media work. I could do orange as video tasks. I could do one as follow-up items, like whatever the actual list is, ideas and inspirations. And go on and on and on. Okay, so you get the general idea of creating different labels. We can email, we can subscribe people, we can copy the board, we can print the board, and we can close the board, or you can just send people the link to your board as well. So you can add different types of lists. So let's just say we have our master to-do list. Okay, save. Okay, so we have the master to-do list. Let's say we have ideas and inspiration. Okay, so we do have that as a label item too, but if we want to keep a running list, and then let's just say next big project. So all the things that would go into the project, and then let's just say we have like website tasks. I'm just trying to give you some examples of like how you could set this up and how it would be useful. So this creates different lists to go across the board. This is like creating massive whiteboard in an online situation, and you can use it in an app as well. And I love using it, that it updates to my phone. I can use it on my phone. I like this so much more than Google Calendar. Now granted, this isn't a calendar that you necessarily like pull up and you look at the dates, but with each one you can add cards and lists, and you can add dates and attach things to it. So let's just say the master to-do list is create next course. Let's map that out. I can add a label to it. So like it might go under ideas and inspiration. It might go under video tasks or ta-da, whatever it needs to go under. I can label it and look quickly at the color of what it is. Okay, so the color's there. Let's say I need to add a due date to it. There is calendars available. So I can just say, all right, this needs to be done by the end of the month. And I can save that. I can move it over to a different list. I can add different members to it, and I can copy it so that I can reuse it, or I can just archive it. So it's kind of like deleting it, but not quite. Really simple. And then the date shows up there, okay? And it'll give you little reminders. So then let's say I want to register next domain, mail prizes, select winners, like all these like master like to do things that I need to get done that haven't necessarily been done yet. But then let's say like I have ideas for that scrapbook page, right, whatever it is, right? Like I can add that, and that would go, you know, add it to the label of like ideas and inspiration, and I could add links in here, and I can do all kinds of fun different things with it. So then the other thing that you can actually do like with each one of these items is that you can create additional activity, and you can create a description. So like, let's just say you want to register the next domain. You could put in the domain name, idea, like what it's about. You can add members to this particular thing. Like I could assign it to Katina to be like, Katina, go do this task. I can add additional comments. The due date, I can add an additional like checklist. So the steps in registering. So if I need to like really explain it out, I can add that and be like, okay, here is item 1. So pick name and add that. And then if we, from picking the name, we can go to GoDaddy and check availability. Don't mind my typing. I'm trying to type with just one hand. Check availability. After you go to GoDaddy and check availability, you will want to check out in the cart the 1 year only option. After we check out the 1 year only option, we'll want to make sure that we repoint the domain to correct address or the correct website domain, you know, whatever it would be. So we can create all these different like checklists under this to-do item. So then when you start checking them off, it's like, oh, hey, you're 25% complete. Like it starts feeling really good to check these different things off. And you can hide the completed items or delete completed items. I like to leave them there just for the sake of saying, hey, look, we got it at 100%, right? And then you can archive the item after the fact. And you can leave like task comments and different things like as notes as you go. So it says like, okay, who did this activity? What happened? You can hide those details as well. So it's really intuitive, and it does take a little bit to like, I would say, get initially set up. But as like we talked about in the RPM planning tonight, just like writing your name, if you were to sign your name and sign your signature, it would take you only a few seconds to do because you've been used to signing it forever the way you've been signing it. But if I asked you to sign your name with only every other letter, and even though you're doing half the letters, it would take you longer to do it at first because you'd have to think about it a little bit more. So it's the same kind of thing, but over time, as you get used to writing it with half the letters, you are actually saving more time than writing your full name, right? So it's the same concept here as you're doing massive action planning. All right, so we do different things like in ours where, and I don't want to show all the private information, but I do have like different, like all these different boards here. So you can access the different boards and, you know, star and make them like the more favorite boards or things like that. But like we'll have things in there that'll just be like week 1. Okay, so we'll plan out each week of the month, and it will literally just say like week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. So this is like one of the things that I do with my team. And then under each week, we'll add to-do lists. So all the weekly tasks that need completion. So for example, if we were to add in like a checklist, let's just say website work. Okay, and you can copy and paste this, which is really important too. So we do week 1, week 2, week 3, so that we don't have to change it out for every month. We can just uncheck for the next month and go back through and repeat the same process, because this is kind of like the foundational work. So once it's like set up, then it's good and done and you're ready to rock and roll with it. So like we might have something that says like social media campaign graphic for the week. We might have one that says Tuesday tutorial post. We might have one that says Tuesday tutorial video. We might have one that says etc., etc. So like everything that needs to be done for each week of the website, we are able to put in here. And then additionally, you're able to like really customize some of these, that's the delete, to customize some of these details as well. Like you can add in additional labels for what it is that you're doing. There's a colorblind friendly mode too, which is kind of fun. Again, adding the different members, the due date for it. And you can add in different attachments. So let's just say a lot of people will use, like when I do my social media planning, there are a lot of times where I will upload I will batch upload images either to Dropbox or to just a Facebook album, a private Facebook album, so that I can access these images from wherever I am without storing up and using up space on my phone. And from there, I'm able to then share the images onto Instagram or to Facebook, and when I unprivate them, or you know, just screen capture them and drop them where they need to be. And you can do the same type of thing with Google Drive or your computer or Dropbox, etc. And you can attach different links. So then when you attach these links, it's accessible to your team as well. So if it's like a specific graphic or whatever you would want to use, that's there. Now, the other thing that this has when you are a Trello Gold is some power up options. So with your power up, you can either pay for this, or if you recommend it, which is why I recommend it to you guys, because what the recommendation does is it gives me my power ups as an additional like free option. I don't get any money for it, but it allows me to then use these different things like a calendar. It allows me to attach it to Dropbox. It allows me to use Evernote or Grit or Google Drive or Google Hangouts if we want to have like a hangout meeting for my team. The projects can be shared and it just interacts and engages so well. And I use MailChimp a lot. So a lot of times I will share it to MailChimp. So if I go over, if I enable calendar, for example, I can come over here and you can see like then the calendar's here, and then you can use it like here's the due date, and you can look at the calendar view as well. So it does have that calendar option with the Power Up or with Trello Gold, which you can either pay for per month or you can recommend people and then you get it for free. Okay. So that's how you attach the calendar, and then you can look at the calendar view that way. So that's kind of my overview of how I use Trello and what it looks like for me. You can then see like your different boards right there. So that's the one we just created. And like I said, if you want to delete the board or you're finished with it and go away, you can make it public, you can make it private. You can create team boards. I don't know that I'm like all understanding how the team works versus the private works, to be completely honest with you. There is a ton of different options. There's like business options and enterprise options and all kinds of stuff. But I really just wanted to give you the basic overview of how we use Trello, how to access the different options, how to add, you know, different labels and color ideas and descriptions, and use the power-ups and how you would, you know, the basic way of using them, and, you know, even the sharing options, and more. So I'm hoping this is helpful for you guys. If it is, leave me a comment so I know that it was. You can use, like I said, the Trello to continue to help the Above Rubies Gold. It would be Trello.com Above Ruby Studio /recommend. If you don't use it, I'm not going to be offended or hurt in any way, shape, or form. I just really hope that this helps you continue to live business life and balance the way that you want to have it, and be a little bit more organized, intentional, and focused, so that you can really achieve your target goals in a quicker, more efficient time without feeling like you're driving yourself crazy. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.